to 13. Two, 6, 8, 4. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Neola. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. We've got a fun Western Iowa Conference baseball battle going at it here tonight. It's Treynor, it's Tri-Center, it's two squads, no strangers to success as of late. It's a little bit on the warm side, but all in all, you can't beat a Friday night of baseball in the Western Iowa Conference. Treynor 7-7 on the year, 7-4 in the Western Iowa Conference. They've had some ups, they've had some downs this year. I had a chance to talk with their head coach, Scott Wallace, before tonight's game, and he talked about how this is a team that, pitching-wise, it's been good. They've been able to put a couple different guys out there at different times this year, and they're making contact offensively. It's just been a matter of being able to get on base when they make contact, something that he's hoping offensively they can continue to grow on in the second half of the season, and ultimately, as we get late in the season, we're only 2 weeks away from the postseason getting underway. So that's what the Cardinals are working on as we head into tonight's matchup. Meanwhile, Tri-Center 14-0 on the year, 11-0 in the WIC. I think you could say this was a surprise so far for the Trojans. They were a state tournament team last year. They certainly had talent coming back, but they had to replace a lot of talent as well. The KMA Pitcher of the Year, Leighton Nelson, a standout offensive player, and Trent Kojal. They have their number 2 pitcher, Mason Rohatch. He also graduated, but the Trojans haven't missed a beat so far. They have been pretty impressive, and it's because they've got a three-headed monster offensively with Jackson Johnson, Justice Weirs, and now Michael Turner leading off the lineup for Tri-Center. And then pitching-wise, they're just getting the job done. Nothing flashy, but a couple different guys they've leaned on, including Isaac Wohlhuter will be on the bump tonight. Justice Weirs has seen some time. Sean McGee has been a pleasant surprise. Anybody they put out there has shown success in whatever role they've been thrust in so far here this season. So they've been a fun team to follow up to this point. They played Treynor back on June 2nd and were a 12-6 victor in that one. They are reading the lineups as we speak. We can tell you the tonight's pitching battle will be Jackson Schumacher against Isaac Wohlhuter. If you're watching, you can see their numbers on your screen right now. Fun one here tonight. Schumacher, one of the best pitchers in the league. Wohlhuter, a young arm that's done some nice things early on in the season. Anthem coming up here in a moment. We'll step aside, take a break. We come back, we'll get you set for Western Iowa Conference Baseball on the KMA video stream. It's Treynor, it's Tri-Center. Coming up here in a moment from Neola.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim McGann with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com. Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
Well, it's almost go time here tonight in Neola. Trevor Maeder with you here in this Western Iowa Conference baseball battle. Looking forward to this one. And again, it's Treynor, it's Tri-Center. Treynor 7-7 overall, 7-4 in the WIC. Tri-Center 14-0 and 11-0. Should add Treynor under head coach Scott Wallace. Tri-Center led by Max Kojal. Set the Treynor lineup for you tonight. Offensively, they will roll with Mason Yoakum in the leadoff spot. Brady Kaufman in the 2-hole. Caden Snyder in the 3 spot. Jackson Schumacher, the standout junior, is their cleanup hitter. Holden Minahan, the DH, is in the 5-hole. Brady Wallace is batting 6th. A.J. Schultz 7th. Ryan Bach 8th. Charlie Schrage is in the 9th spot. Defensively for Tri-Center, Isaac Wohlhuter getting the call to the mound tonight. The sophomore, his first big start of the year, Coach Kojal told me, and interested to see what he can do. And in talking to Coach Max Kojal before the game, he said Isaac does a really good job of putting it in the zone and kind of putting it on the outside part of the zone as well. He's got a good fastball. He's got a good curveball. It's going to be things he tries to utilize here tonight. So he is pitching. Jackson Johnson is catching for Tri-Center. Lincoln Thomas is at first. They've got Alex Cord at second. Justice Weirs at short. And then they've got Cale Witt at third. Carter Coonsey in left. Michael Turner is in center. And Sean McGee is playing right field for the Trojans tonight. We will set the Treynor defense for you when we get to the Treynor side of the first inning, at least the Tri-Center side, I should say, the Treynor defensive side. Here's Mason Yoakum to lead things off for Treynor here tonight. So Yoakum, the leadoff hitter, ready to get this one underway. Wohlhuter with the first pitch, and it's upstairs for a ball. So 1-0 the count to start things to Mason Yoakum. Here's the 1-0, and Yoakum pops that into center. Turner has to try to track it down, and it's back to the fence. And Yoakum with a stand-up double. He'll stop there, but Mason Yoakum starts things off with a knock for Treynor. You'll take that if you're Coach Wallace. That's a way to get the bats going. And now Brady Kaufman will come up to the dish. Kaufman hitting 244 in the air. Yoakum, that is not only his first double of the year, it's his first extra base hit. And he's already in scoring position. He showed bunt, did Kaufman, but he pulls back because it's outside the zone for a ball. 1-0 the count from Wohlhuter to Kaufman. Kaufman playing in the catcher's spot tonight. The 1-0 showing bunt again, lays it down foul. Brings it to a 1-1 count. So based on what you've seen from the first two pitches, Kaufman, he wants to bunt and move Yoakum to second. Or move Yoakum from second to third. And the 1-0, he takes one upstairs on the 1-1, brings it to a ball, makes it 2-1 now the count. Isaac Wohlhuter, a sophomore, pitching tonight for Tri-Center, 3-0 in the year, .76 ERA. Doing so in 18 1/3 innings, 27 strikeouts as well. Opponents hitting 188 against him. The infield umpire came onto the mound and did something, as here's the 2-1. Again, bunt laid down by Kaufman, foul out of play, and that, I would imagine, will take the bunt out of the equation on the 2-2 count. I mean, it's been done before, trying to bunt with 2 strikes, but of course, sometimes you got to wonder if the juice on that one is worth the squeeze. Wohlhuter takes a look at second. Here's the 2-2. Kaufman swings one to third on a hop, and it can't be fielded by Witt. He lost it for a moment, but Yoakum was off the bag, so he regroups, makes the play over, and he gets Yoakum out at second. So Kaufman gets on what I'm going to, for now, rule an error, but then Witt makes up for it on the 6-4 put out to get Yoakum out, to get the lead runner out, and it almost, in a sense, works as a fielder's choice. So maybe that's the call. But either way, Kaufman comes on, 1 gone. Here's Caden Snyder, the 3-batter up, and he swings on one inside. Witt can't make the play along the line at third, and it's a base hit for Caden Snyder. Moves Kaufman to second. And now here's Jackson Schumacher coming up to the plate. Schumacher had a homer last night, and Treynor's went over HSTW. He's hitting .500 on the year. He's been walked 12 times, and I would imagine some of those have been, even if they weren't intentional, they were welcomed. Here Schumacher takes one outside for a ball. Schumacher's got 3 homers this year. Only a junior. He's been a steady contributor for the Cardinals the last 3 seasons. Next one is outside for a ball, and it's a 2-0 count. So you're in a conundrum here if you're Tri-Center, because walking Schumacher is going to load the bases, but pitching to Schumacher also could create some problems of its own. Here's a 2-0. That one's in there for a strike, and Woolharder, it looks like right now, I mean, he's not pitching around Schumacher, but he's trying to put him out. Last thing you want with a hitter like Jackson is to give him a cookie over the middle that he can square up on. Here's the 2-1, and Schumacher belts one into right, and it's on a hop. They will send the runner around, and it's a RBI for Jackson Schumacher. And Treynor strikes first, so Schumacher adds another RBI to his name. He's now got 12 on the year. Kaufman scored from second. They held Snyder at second. Schumacher gets on with the RBI single. And now here's Holden Minahan up to the plate, the designated hitter in the lineup for the Cardinals, hitting .344, 7 RBI. Fast start for Treynor so far. That one is up, and it's a ball. 1-0 the count. So Yoakum doubled. Kaufman reached on an error. Snyder then singled, and then Schumacher singled. So all 4 Treynor batters got on safely, and then Yoakum was gunned down on the base pass. Chasing that one was Minahan, and it got away from the catcher Johnson, and the runners at second and third will advance a base. So put Snyder at third, Schumacher at second. And Holden Minahan facing a 1-1 count right now. So Treynor with the early lead. Here in this one. That one just up. Minahan thought about it and then decided not to take a chance at it. And it's a 2-1 count. Runners on second and third for Treynor. You got to feel like a base hit's easily going to score 1, maybe 2. And first, though, we get a pick attempt at third. Woolharder over to Witt, but back safely on that one was Snyder. And the 2-1 coming to Holden Minahan. That one just misses up, and it's a 3-1 count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. Big pitch here for Woolharder, trying to fill the count up. 3-1 upstairs, missed up by quite a bit, and it's a bases loaded opportunity now for Brady Wallace as he'll come up to the plate. And we'll get a infield meeting. Coach Max Koschel had talked about, Woolharder being a sophomore, it's his first big start. You always wonder if there will be some jitters, and they are not going to waste any time. It looks like Woolharder's night on the mound is already done. So he goes a third of an inning, and Tri-Center will make a pitching change. And while they do that, and it'll be Sean McGee in to pitch. He had a big game, a game I did a couple weeks ago against Underwood. More on that here in just a minute. McGee's warming up. We'll take a break here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
They give great coverage to the Southwest Iowa teams.
For the very best in convenience, it's Cubby's. Stop in today for hot and fresh food, plus that local spirit that you'll always find at Cubby's. And when it comes to pizza at Cubby's, with every large pizza sold, Cubby's gives $1 to the local school district with the Raise Some Dough program. In fact, Cubby's contributed $29,855 in 2021 to local schools for educational and athletic purposes. Just another reason to stop, shop, and eat at Cubby's. For the Cubby's near you, go to Cubby's.com.
Welcome back in here to Neola on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. And Tri-Center not wasting any time, changing things on the mound. Sean McGee now will go out there. Isaac Wohlhuter got the start, and Treynor's got him early on. They've got the bases loaded with Snyder at third, Schumacher at second, Minahan at first, and Brady Wallace up to the plate. We'll take a look at the numbers on McGee here in just a moment, and he puts the first one outside for a ball. Brady Wallace, by the way, hitting .310 with 10 RBI. Sean McGee, meanwhile, pitching-wise, record, got 1.02 ERA, 32 strikeouts in 20 and 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting 71 against him. And here's the pitch. That one outside part of the zone, and that's one thing I noticed when I did their game against Underwood a couple weeks ago. McGee does part of the strike zone. The 1-1, it's a swinging strike to bring it to a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coming to Brady Wallace. That one misses outside, bring it to a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 gone here in the top of the first. 1-zip Treynor edge. They've got the bases loaded. The top of the first. 1-zip Treynor edge. They've got the bases loaded. Now the 2-2 to Wallace. Swing and a miss, and McGee works the strikeout. There's now 2 gone in this inning. As Wallace goes down, A.J. Schultz, the 7-hitter, will come up to the plate. McGee had a no-hitter 2 weeks ago in that 13-2 win over Underwood. As Schultz takes the first one outside. And, of course, when you think big picture, you got to wonder, and I'm sure Max Kojal has a plan for this in terms of the rotation, but, you know, how this McGee being thrown into things tonight, you know, if in any way it changes things going forward as far as how they attack the rotation. He puts the second one out there for a ball as well. 2-0 the count. But Tri-Center's shown that they've got a handful of guys right now that on any given night can go out there and put together quality innings. Here's the 2-0, swing and a miss, and it's a 2-1 count. Now defensively, we'll try to sort that out. I would imagine they just went straight switch, and Wohlhuter is in right, where McGee was playing. And so there's a swing and a miss for strike 2 from A.J. Schultz, and McGee 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning in the jam. And bases loaded for Treynor, up 1-zip. And the 2-strike offering outside. Johnson keeps it in front of him. Good job there to save a run. But it fills the count at 3-2, and a big pitch coming up for Sean McGee, because a walk would get a run. A strike would end the inning, or in the half inning at least. Here's the payoff pitch on the way. It's hit in the gap in the 4-6 hole, and it'll score at least 1. Treynor will wave another around. The throw at third is there. to end the inning. So put in the books is a single and an 8-6 put out. So Schultz gets on with the single. And that was Minahan that ended up getting gunned down at third. Treynor does put 2 in. The runs, they say, did cross before the tag out, and it'll be 3-zip as we go to the bottom of the first here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Looking for unlimited super fast internet you can always rely on? Look no further than FMTC's fiber internet. With so much relying on your internet these days, you need a connection you can trust. You can work from home, video chat, stream your favorite TV shows, and more without worrying about the stability of your internet. You could have what everyone else wishes they had.
Your connection to the world, FMTC.
Coaching great John Wooden once said, "It's the little details that are vital. Little things make big things happen." Just as in the world of sports, this quote is vital to the work that we do at Hackett Livingston Funeral Home in Shenandoah. We take care of all the details so that you can focus on what is most important, caring for your family and healing. Hackett Livingston Funeral Home, serving all of Southwest Iowa since 1951.
Welcome back to Neola on the KMA video stream at KMAland.com. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. Treynor puts on 3 in the top of the first. Now we go to the bottom of the first. So you'll take that if you're Treynor. Give Jackson Schumacher a 3-run cushion. That's usually a sign of good things to come. And Tri-Center, though, they've got a very, very salty top of the lineup. I think you can make an argument they might have one of the best top of the orders in all of KMA land. Of course, Lewis Central would love to have that argument. But Jackson Johnson, Justice Weirs, Michael Turner will lead things off for the Trojans here tonight. Jackson Johnson, the catcher, the leadoff man in this inning. And he'll see the first pitch from Schumacher. He just got a piece of it. I mean, just connects with it, and it's a foul to bring it to an 0-1 count. Bottom of the first here in Neola. Schumacher takes that one for a strike, and it's an 0-2 count. So 0-2, 3-zip our score. Then that one is in on Johnson and brings it to a 1-2 count. So Jackson Schumacher, a junior for the Cardinals. 1-1 record, 2.8 ERA. Jackson against Jackson to this at-bat. Here's the 1-2 count. It is outside, and it's a ball to bring it to a 2-2. Johnson, a senior, hitting .500 on the year, 9 RBI. Here's the 2-2, misses outside. It's a 3-2 count. And a payoff pitch coming now from Schumacher to Johnson, the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first. The 3-2 is low and in the dirt. And Johnson will get on. And Michael Turner, I talked to him this week upon further review. He joked that there's kind of the running joke in the dugout that Jackson Johnson's always on base because he gets walked. He gets walked there. That's his 17th of the year. He leads the team in those, and he gets a courtesy runner as well. And it'll be a courtesy runner for Tri-Center. It'll be Tristan Gunderson, an 8th grader, into the base pass for Tri-Center. Here's Justice Weirs, the Briarcliff commit. He's having a big year in his own regard. Coming up to the plate, he's hitting .595, 16 RBI. He swings it one low and away. That's a strike, 0-1 the count. Defensively for Treynor, let's set that for you. Jackson Schumacher is pitching. Brady Kaufman is catching. A.J. Schultz is at first. Mason Yoakum is at second. Charlie Schrage at short. Keaton Snyder is at third. Ryan Bach at left. Here's a pick play at first, and Gunderson just got back underneath it on the throw from Schumacher to Schultz. So Ryan Bach is in left. Peyton Chapman is in center. Brady Wallace is the man in right field. Treynor 7-7 on the year. Schumacher with the pitch. He was in on Weirs. He pops one up, carrying and not fielded it cleanly by Schultz at first. And they're going to be able to get the runner out at second. That was kind of a weird play where it was right along the fair line. And Schultz couldn't get it. Falls out of the glove. Weirs gets on safely, but Gunderson was in kind of a bad spot there. Because obviously he didn't want to get too much of a lead, because then if there's a fly out, you're in a spot to put yourself in a double play. But then when it dropped, he was doomed. And there's one guy out of this inning now for Tri-Center. Now here's Michael Turner, reigning Jimmy's Real Estate KMA Land Athlete of the Week. Up another pick play down the line at first, getting back safely on that one is Weirs. So I'm going to rule out an error for Weirs. You're good. Here's the pitch that's hit on a hop to Schrage at short. He'll make the play at second. Did he get it? He didn't. And the throw goes wide, and it'll move runners. So Tri-Center ends up getting runners at second and third. Turner reached on the fielder's choice. And then Weirs moves to third. That was a tough hop to Schrage. He decided to make the play at second instead of first, and they couldn't connect, and that ends up moving Weirs to third. Turner ends up at second when it's said and done. And Alex Corin in the cleanup spot for Tri-Center. Takes one on the upper part of the zone for a strike, and it's an 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1 on the way. So the 0-1 to Corin. Hit to the 4-6 hole and can't be fielded cleanly by Yoakum at second, and it'll score one, it'll score two, and it's a 2 RBI knock by Alex Corin. And it is now 3-2. Treynor on top. My apologies. Just realized I didn't have those 2 Treynor runs there at the end of the first, but Tri-Center now gets 2 back on the 2 RBI single from Alex Corin. And here's Cale Witt, who started the ninth at third. He's now playing right. Coming up to the plate. (3-2) in favor of Treynor. This one, I know we're only an inning in, but it looks like it's on pace to be a dandy. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. So 1-1 count. So the 1-1 coming up. That one outside part of the zone brings it to a 1-2. So far in this inning, Johnson reached on a walk. He was courtesy run for by Gunderson. Weirs then reached on air. Kind of a weird one where there was a pop up along the first baseline. It looked like it was going to carry foul, and then it stayed in the field of play. That one misses low and away to bring the count to a 2-2. And Schultz at first couldn't grab it. And Gunderson, who couldn't get any lead at first, gets thrown out. Now we'll get time so Coach Koschel can have a conversation with Witt. So the lead runner, Gunderson, got thrown out. Weirs was able to advance. So if you're like me, and maybe for a second you were saying, well, wait a minute, that was in the field of play, that was in the infield. Why was the infield fly rule not in effect? Well, the infield fly rule only applying when there's a forced play at third. There was not. There was only a runner at first. So it's a moot point there. So that one is fouled away by Witt. It hit the bat. And we will keep it at a 2-2 count. Cale Witt, an 8th grader, up to the plate for Tri-Center. And Witt has it get by the catcher, and then the throw down the line to first gets away from Schultz out of the glove of him. And Tri-Center is going to put runners on the corners. So it was an uncut third strike, but he shouldn't be out if it's an uncut third strike because there wasn't a runner. Yeah, there's a runner on first. So Witt goes down. Gordon ends up moving to third as the ball gets away, and Isaac Wohlhuter puts one in play. It's short. Schrage throw to first to Schultz. That one is there. And Treynor gets out of the inning. They do give up 2 runs, though, and it is 3-2 as we go to the second here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com.
Hawkeye4.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, Hawkeye4.com.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Welcome back to Neola here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. Western Iowa Conference baseball action. It is Treynor. It is Tri-Center. It is 3-2 as we go to the second here on the KMA video stream. Ryan Bach will lead off this inning for the Cardinals. The first pitch he sees from McGee got away from McGee. Now Bach swings at one for a strike. So 1-1 to Bach. Again, we're here in the second inning, 3-2. That one misses outside, brings it to a 2-1 count. So the 2-1 on the way, that one outside, and it's a ball. To bring it to a 3-1 offering from Sean McGee to Ryan Bach. There's a 3-1. It was in. Bach swings at it into left center, and it will be back towards the fence. And it's a stand-up double for Bach. Coonsey and Turner were in pursuit of that one. Coonsey lost his hat and left, trying to track it down. That one wasn't far from carrying out of here. Shortstop. Now Charlie Schrage, the 9-hitter, due up to the plate for the Cardinals. with Bach at second here to start the first. Shroggy chose bump, pulls back, that pitch goes outside. And it's a 1-0 count. So the 1-0 to Shroggy, that one is up for a ball. To make it a 2-0 count. So here's the 2-0 from McGee to Shroggy. That was inside part of the zone to bring it to a strike. 2-1 the count. So 2-1. Coming up to Shroggy. Shroggy hitting 294 on the air, 2-1, and it's popped into center. They will hold the runner at third, so Bach will stay, and it's a base hit for Charlie Shroggy. So Tri-Center making contact here early on in this one. They've got Bach with a double, Shroggy with a single. And now back to the top of the order they go with Mason Yoakum. Yoakum doubled and then got thrown out of the bases back in the first. Runners on the corners for Treynor, with Bach at third and Shroggy at first. Bunt show by Yoakum. He was chasing that one, and now here's a pick play at third. Johnson, the catcher, trying to chase him down, and he does. Ryan Bach had a big lead. Yoakum showed bunt. And we're going to call that we're going to call that 2-5-2 for the first out. And then Bach was caught dead in the water on that one. Tri-Center's now got Wohlhuter at third and Johnson at catcher, and they were able to pickle that one down. Here's a pick play at second as McGee turns around and throws. Getting back safely, though, is Shroggy, who did move to second on those festivities. So Treynor surrenders an out, but they do move a runner 90 feet. And Yoakum now with the 0-1 count, fouls one away, makes it an 0-2. And Yoakum on that one, he tried to lay down a bunt, and he really chased it. I mean, they had the hit and run on, or the bunt and run on, I should say. And now here's the next pitch, well outside, and it's a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes from Sean McGee to Mason Yoakum. Again, 3-2 Treynor here in the top of the second. That one is in, and it is now a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a swing and a miss, and down goes Yoakum. So Yoakum is a strikeout victim, and McGee now with his second K of the night, and there are 2 gone in this inning. And they go to the 2-hitter, Brady Kaufman, to reach on air, ultimately scored a run back in the first inning. And that one is low for a ball. So 1-0 the count. That one just misses up. Not off by much, but it just misses upstairs, and it's a 2-0 count. Coming to Kaufman. So the 2-0 from McGee to Kaufman in, and Kaufman lines one to second. Here's Corin with the throw to first to Thomas to end the inning. So Treynor gets a couple of runners on, but they strand him. couple of unfortunate situations on the base pass for the Cardinals doomed them in that inning. And we will go to the bottom of the second. 3-2 Tri-Center trailing Treynor here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Bottom of the second coming up here in just a moment.
When buying insurance, finding protection closer to home is always a great choice. Legacy Mutual Insurance in Clarinda is a local company and has served communities in southwest Iowa since 1870. We have independent agents ready to help you with your farm, home, and auto coverage. Go to our website at legacymutualia.com for a complete listing of our agents. For over 150 years, your family's needs and success have been our priority. That's our legacy at Legacy Mutual Insurance.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What's the 7-8-9 do up in this inning for Tri-Center? They're going to roll with Carter Coonsey, Lincoln Thomas, Cale Core. Anybody gets on, they would turn it back to the top of the order with Jackson Johnson. 3-2 Treynor, bottom of the second here in the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Jackson Schumacher's first pitch is in on Coonsey. And it is a 1-0 count to him now. Carter Coonsey, a freshman, hitting 192 on the air. There's a swing and a miss for a 1-1 count. Tri-Center in the first inning put 2 on, thanks to a 2 RBI hit from Alex Corrin. That one, this is low and away for a ball. 2-0 the count now from Schumacher to Coonsey. Outside part of the zone, called strike on the 2-0. That was one that I think it's safe to say Schumacher needed in the count, and he gets it. Bring it to 2-1, and then fouled right back to the fence. On that one by Coonsey, brings it to a 2-2, and now Schumacher one pitch away from working a strikeout after being down to the count 2-0. He'll take that anytime you can get it. And instead, there's a belt to left. Drifting foul, and along the left field line, is that grabbed? It was. That was kind of out of sight, but Ryan Bach tracked that one down. So Bach puts one away, and Bach had to cover a lot of ground. That one just carried foul. And there's one gone now in this inning with Lincoln Thomas up to the plate. It's 290 to the corners here in Tri-Centers. That one is outside part of the zone. Called strike to Thomas to bring it to an 0-1 count. And they've got along the left field line their equipment shed doubles as their foul pole. They've got a line marked on it that's actually the fair foul pole, as that is inside for a ball. And where that one drifted is just past the foul pole line on the left field side, and the Tri-Center dugout in the way of that. Here's the swinging strike to Thomas, brings it to a 1-2 count. So I saw Bach on his horse trying to get to it, and then you lost him for a moment. But what a play by him to create the out. That one's now up to Thomas, and it is a 2-2 count rather. Probably still a little while until the sun goes down here in Neola. Here's the 2-2. That one is in there for a strike. That curved well, and it's a strikeout for Schumacher. How about his second K of the night? And Cale Corrin, the 9-hitter for the Trojans, the designated hitter, will come up to the plate. And Corin, first one, takes outside for a ball. Don't always see your DH in the 9 spot, but Tri-Center's made some lineup changes this year. Here's the 1-0 in there for a strike. Michael Turner started the year in the 9 hole. In fact, when I did their game against Underwood 2 weeks ago, he was in the 9 spot. They had Corin in the 7. They had Kale Corin in the 7. As he chases that one outside for a swinging strike, brings it to a 1-2 count. They've maneuvered this lineup all around this year, have the Trojans, and they've done so to some success. Here's the 2-strike pitch. It's barely hit in play. And throw down the line will get there from Kaufman to Schultz to end the inning. So put in the books as a 2-3 put out to end the frame. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Tri-Center. We go to the third here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. 3-2 Treynor after 2.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned, and they offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes to having a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacist to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy in Oakland. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Welcome back to Neola here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. It is 3-2 advantage Treynor. We go to the top of the third. Cardinals will bring up their 3-4-5 hitters in this inning. It's Caden Snyder, Jackson Schumacher, Holden Minahan. Anybody who gets on, Brady Wallace will join the fun. Cardinals put on 3 in the first. Trojans countered with 2 more. Nobody was able to find any runs there in the second inning. And Tri-Center actually went down in order in the bottom of their lineup. Sean McGee back out there on the bump for the Trojans. He puts one on the outside part of the zone for a strike. Isaac Wohlhuter got the start tonight. Treynor got to him early on. They had the bases loaded. They had put a runner in. Coach Kojal, the short leash tonight on Wohlhuter. That was outside for a ball from McGee. Brought in McGee, who has been, I think you can say, their ace this year. He's been at it since then. So 1-1 count to Snyder. That was in. Snyder takes a swing at it, and it's fouled away. Straight back to bring it to a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Western Iowa Conference baseball action here tonight. The 1-2 from McGee to Snyder. That one misses well outside. Gets away from McGee. And it's now a 2-2 count. Caden Snyder singled in the first, ended up scoring a run. The 2-2. Snyder chased that one well outside. It gets away from Johnson. Uncaught third strike down the line on a hop. Can't get there cleanly. So Snyder with the hustle to run it out, and the throw was hopped to Thomas at first. So it's an uncaught third strike. So he gets up. It counts the strikeout for McGee. Because now Jackson Schumacher will come up play. He had an RBI single back in the first. And I mentioned in his last plate appearance, Schumacher an offensive threat anytime he's out there. We'll see how the Tri-Center defense tries to attack it. Coach Max Kochel comes out, has a conversation with his infield. And Schumacher will come up to the plate. So Snyder got on after the uncaught third strike. And Schumacher, with a base runner on, can be potent at times. Here's the first pitch to him. It is low for a ball. 1-0 the count. So Jackson Schumacher coming into tonight was hitting .500. He'd already boosted that batting average a little bit. Had an RBI to his name as well. That went outside for a ball. It's a 2-0 count. So he's now got 12 RBI on the year. He's got 3 homers as well. And again here, 290 in the corners, 365 the dead center. He takes that one low for a ball. We saw Ryan Bach get under one that we thought might carry it. In terms of wind, it's a pretty calm night, a little bit of a breeze. Here's a 3-0, and they will just, oh, that's a called strike. They say strike on the outside corner. Schumacher didn't originally think so, but it's a 3-1 count. McGee checks the runner at first. Here's the 3-1. It is a hit into right center. It'll drop for a hit. They'll have to chase it down. Will Treynor in center. And they send Snyder to third. They put the brakes on. Now they're in a tough spot. Schumacher overran. They'll throw to second. And now we've got a pickle play with Schumacher from second to third. So they'll send the runner home. And they get the tag at home on the throw from second to Johnson. So if you're trying to follow it home, that was a hit for Schumacher. We'll call that a double. Snyder was rounding third. Schumacher was rounding second for third. And Schumacher was in no man's land. They tried to get him out. That then prompted Caden Snyder to take a shot at home plate, and they decided to get the leadoff man out. And Snyder not quite the speed that Schumacher has either, so it goes in the books as a put out. I mean, if you really wanted, you could do all the positions that touched on that, but I know it was an 8-5-2. Might have been another one in there. Now a courtesy runner for Schumacher's at third. It's Andrew Keller. Schumacher gets the double and then ends up at third on the pick attempt. Snyder goes down, and there's one gone in this inning, but a runner on third again for Treynor, and here's the outside pitch to Holden Minahan. Minahan drew a walk back in the first, and he got thrown out of the base pass. So the base running for Treynor tonight has left a lot to be desired. Here's the 1-0. McGee takes a stare at the runner at third. The 1-0 offering popped up, carrying into the grass, and Treynor in center is there to grab it. The runner will tag. The throw is well wide, and it's a sacrifice RBI for Holden Minahan to put one more across, make it 4-2. So 2 gone, but the Cardinals get one more back on the sack from Minahan. And now Brady Wallace up to the plate. Strikeout victim in the first. Will come up with the bases clear. Chasing one was Wallace for a swinging strike, and it's an 0-1 count. The season already well past halfway. Both teams have played 14 games. Treynor, they've had to figure themselves out a little bit. 0-1 is popped. Can't be fielded cleanly by Corin at second. Made a nice play on it, but it's off the glove. It'll drop, and it puts Wallace on. We'll rule that a single. It's hard hit. Corin did a good job just being able to get a glove on it. But it's a 2-out single for Brady Wallace. Here's A.J. Schultz with that 2 RBI single back in the first. But not before we get a pick play over at first on the throw from McGee to Lincoln Thomas. Yeah, defensively for Tri-Center tonight, Sean McGee pitching, Jackson Johnson is catching, Lincoln Thomas is at first, Alex Corin at second, Justice Weirs is at short, Isaac Wohlhuter at third, Carter Kunze at left, Turner at center, Michael Turner that is, and they've now got Cale Witt in right. Another pick play unsuccessful at first base. So Schultz still awaiting his first pitch of this at-bat. And now he gets it, and it's outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. So far in this inning, Snyder got on an uncut third strike. Schumacher doubled. Snyder got thrown out on that double. Schumacher ended up at third on that, and then he was courtesy run for it. Holden Minahan drove in the courtesy runner. Now that one in on Schultz. He takes it for a ball, and it's a 2-0 count. And then Brody Wallace singled just moments ago as well on 2 outs. So Schultz with a 2 RBI already tonight. Takes that one up for a ball, and it is now a 3-0 count to him. Postseason will start 2 weeks from tomorrow night. These squads will be at it somewhere in KMA land against somebody. We don't know who yet. As that one is a 4-pitch walk to A.J. Schultz. So he gets on, move Wallace to second, Schultz to first. Ryan Bach will go to the plate, and now Coach Max Koschel will make another pitching change, it looks like. And Michael Turner, I believe, was the man playing center. Coach Koschel beckoned him, or whoever was playing center, into the infield, and we will likely see a pitching change here. So 2 outs, 2 on for Treynor. Here in the top of the third. Cardinals up 4-2. They scored 3 in the first. Tri-Center got 2 back. Neither team did anything in the second. Then Treynor added one a moment ago on a sacrifice RBI by Holden Minahan. And we'll see if they keep McGee in there or if they make a change, and they will take McGee out. So McGee playing in right now. Justice Weirs, it looks like, will be the new man out there for Tri-Center. So the Trojans trying to piecemeal a game together here in terms of a rotation. They started with Wohlhuter. Then they went to McGee, and now it looks like they're going to make another call to the bullpen. We'll let that sort out. We will take a break, catch up on what's going on here in just a moment from Neola. It's 4-2 Treynor in the third inning here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
So Justice Weirs coming into pitch for Tri-Center. They trail 4-2 with 2 gone here in the top of the third. Again, Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Western Iowa Conference Baseball Battle, second meeting of the year between these two teams. Tri-Center was a 12-6 victor on their June 2nd meeting. Treynor, though, 7-7 all years. I mentioned they've had some ups, they've had some downs. This is a team that, and this isn't anything new with Treynor baseball teams, that sometimes this is when they start playing their best, is mid-late June, and then, of course, early July. You think back to 2 years ago, COVID shortened the year. They had some turnover. They had a new coach. Had to sort all those things out. They were the 5 seed in their district. They ended up making the state tournament, going toe-to-toe with eventual state champion Van Meeder. I mean, they took that game to extras. So Weir's on to pitch. We'll sort the defensive switches out for you here in just a moment for Tri-Center. The first batter that Weir's will face will be Ryan Bach. But the first pitch gets away from Johnson, and it'll move the runners up a base. So now Wallace at third, Schultz is at second, and Ryan Bach, who belted a double back towards the fence earlier that put him on base, is now seeing an 0-1 count as it was a called strike. The 0-1 upstairs and out for a ball. Bach, a key part of Treynor's state qualifying team 2 years ago, suffered an injury last season, didn't play. There's the 1-1, chasing that one outside. It's a strike to bring it to a 1-2 count, and now Weirs would love nothing more than to get out of this inning unscathed. With runners at second and third, those being Wallace and Schultz. Here's the 1-2 outside. It's a ball. Bach thought about it for a moment, then decided that he best not. So 2-2. Bach lines one to third. It's thrown to first, and it is going to get away from the first baseman, Thomas, and it'll score 2. So the throwing error plates 2 more for Treynor, and a costly miscue for the Trojans. So Bach gets on. Wallace and Schultz score. And it's now 6-2 Tri-Center. Again, they've made changes tonight in terms of their defensive lineup. And Charlie Schrage will come up to the plate. He singled back in the second. That one is inside part of the zone to him for a strike. At Tri-Center started the night, Weirs was playing short. He's now pitching. They had Cale Witt at third. They moved him to right earlier. That one is in. Schrage swung at it, and it rolls to the backstop. It'll move Bach to second, but it's a 0-2 count now to Charlie Schrage. So the 0-2. Weirs was in a 2-strike situation moments ago before the error. Now he gets out of the inning with a swinging strike, but Treynor puts 3 more across. It is 6-2. We go to the bottom of the third here on the KMA video stream online at KMAland.com.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
Many businesses talk about service, but at Rogers Pharmacy, it's not just talk, setting them apart from the big box stores. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Tarkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit rogersrx.com.
we go to the bottom of the third here on the KMA video stream, online, KMAland.com. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. It is 6-2, Treynor leading Tri-Center. Trojans turning it back to the top of their lineup here. Jackson Johnson, Justice Weirs, and Michael Turner at the plate. And Weirs takes the first one for a ball. 1-0 the count. Johnson, got on earlier with a walk and then was the out on a fielder's choice. Here's a 2-0 count now, so that's a strike or a ball to Johnson. So the 2-0 from Schumacher to Johnson, that was in. Johnson pulls away from that one, and he's one pitch away from drawing another walk. Here's a 3-0. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Sun going down. It's tucked behind the trees on the hill, back well behind center field. As 3-1 is there for Schumacher. Bow back in the count now to make it a 3-2 count. So the payoff pitch on the way to Johnson. Fouled along the third base line. Defensively for Treynor, I don't think they've made any switches since the start of the ninth. They've got Schumacher pitching, Brady Kaufman catching, A.J. Schultz is at first, Mason Yoakum at second, Charlie Schrage at short, Caden Snyder at third, Ryan Bach at left, Peyton Chapman in center, and Brady Wallace at right. The 3-2 to Johnson is fouled right back over the press box and out of play. So Johnson spoils that one. We'll get another one. The 3-2, check swing, and they say he did go. It's a strikeout. And Schumacher, kind of a sneaky good strikeout there, battling back after being down at 3-0 in the count, gets Johnson to go down. And Justice Weirs, who reached on an error back in the first, now up to the dish. And the first pitch to Weirs, a strike, 0-1 the count. More often than not, if you give a pitcher like Schumacher 6 runs to support, you'll tank it. That one misses outside, and it's a ball. 1-1 the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Also Underwood and HSTW playing each other tonight in the Western Iowa Conference. We've got that one on our website as that's popped up and fielded along the foul line near the Treynor dugout by Schultz at first, and there's 2 gone in this inning. So another clean frame up to this point for Schumacher. He's starting to settle in, it looks like. And now Michael Turner, who had a big week last week to collect Jim Hughes Real Estate KMA Land Athlete of the Week honors, up to the plate. First pitch fouled away for a strike, 0-1. So 0-1 to Turner. And the 0-1 is in for a ball, they say, and it's a 1-1 count. So the 1-1 from Schumacher to Turner. Nobody on, 2 gone in this inning. Hit right back to Schumacher. Couldn't quite grab it. Throw from second is there. Nice play by Yoakum. Nice job by Schultz to extend. And Yoakum to Schultz ends the inning with a 4-3 putout. And it's another 3-up, 3-down frame for Tri-Center. We've played 3, 6-2 Treynor on top here on the KMA video stream, online, KMAland.com.
When people ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, "I'll get that done for you." But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
This is Josh with Shore Motor Company in Clarinda to remind you that we are your local Chevrolet, Buick, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Chrysler dealer. With straightforward pricing, transparent trade appraisals, and no finance manager to deal with, we make your purchase the easiest you've ever experienced. That's our promise to you. And with an express lane for quick oil changes open 6 days a week, our service department is sure to impress you as well. Shore Motor Company in Clarinda, proudly supporting local high school sports.
Welcome back to Neola here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. We are going to the fourth inning here, and it is 6-2. Treynor leading Tri-Center. The unbeaten Trojans on the ropes right now. They've had some nice games so far this year, but they're being tested in every way imaginable. Justice Weir's into pitch for Tri-Center. He took over in the last inning. Mason Yoakum is the batter for Treynor, and the first one is lined right back to Weirs. He'll run it over and then make the toss to Thomas at first. So one pitch, one out. You'll take that. That's as efficient as you can get. And now Brady Kaufman 0 for 1, reached on an error. Comes up to the plate. So the 0-1, or the 0-0 outside rather, for a strike outside part of the zone to bring it to an 0-1 count. I can tell you, Tri-Center has put Cale Witt back at third, trying to sort out those defensive changes that they've made tonight. The next one, Kaufman chases one outside part of the zone for a swinging strike, and it's an 0-2 count. So the 0-2. To Kaufman, he fouls it back, and it's a count remaining at 0-2. So Tri-Center's in Class 1A this year. They have been the last couple of years. Treynor in Class 2A. As I mentioned, both these teams know who's in their district. Here's the 0-2 coming up from Weirs to Kaufman. And Kaufman just got a piece of it, fouls it straight back, keeps it at 0-2. So Tri-Center, they're in a very interesting district, in my opinion. Class 1A, District 15. They're with HSTW, Audubon, Coon Rapids, Baird, Exire, HK, Griswold, Logan Magnolia, and Stanton. Coon Rapids, Baird playing really good right now as well. Only one loss for them this season. Here's the 0-2 now before Kaufman steps on the box. So, I was talking to Coach Max Kojal. Of course, they've got their seeding meeting coming up actually this weekend. Be interesting to see what comes of that. Who comes out as the 1 seed. Tri-Center, Coon Rapids, definitely the favorites. That one is in on Kaufman. Weirs hit the deck after delivering it, and he's laughing at that one. It's one of those situations where you probably just have to laugh. Here's the 1-2. Maybe a little bit of a laugh so you don't cry or embarrass yourself or feel embarrassed about yourself. Here's the 1-2 on the way to Kaufman. That one is in, and Kaufman swings it away for a foul and brings it to a 1-2. Keeps it a 1-2 count, rather. So that is Tri-Center's district. On the flip side of that, they've got Arweva, Boyer Valley, Glidden, Ralston, IKM, Manning, Kingsley, Pearson, Newell, Fonda, River Valley, and Woodbury Central, awaiting whoever comes out of Tri-Center's district in a sub-state game. Tri-Center, of course, very familiar with Kingsley Pearson. They played them last year in a sub-state final up at Sioux City West. And Leighton Nelson, who has since graduated for the Trojans, KMA Land Pitcher of the Year, he tossed a gem in that one to will the Trojans to a victory. They ultimately fell in the state quarterfinals to Alburnett as that one misses well outside. And it's a 3-2 count now coming from Justice Weirs to Brady Kaufman. Treynor, meanwhile, they probably could have predicted their district at the start of the year. Had been pretty close. How about Clarinda, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, Shenandoah, Treynor, and Underwood? All in Class 2A, District 15. The payoff pitch to Kaufman, fouled away again. Brady Kaufman trying to maybe break a record for world's longest at-bat. Just keeps finding a way to spoil pitches. So you look at that district, again, Clarinda, Red Oak, Shan, Treynor, Underwood, almost always bunched together. Then it's just a matter of, HSTW's been there before, Tri-Center, Underwood, or Missouri Valley, rather. So that one's outside part of the zone, and at long last, Kaufman goes down with a strikeout. Weir's his first K, and second K, rather. There's two gone. And here's Caden Snyder up to the plate. In that district, I mentioned, usually 5 of the 6 teams. That's a matter of who the other one's going to be. And HSTW, Tri-Center, both 1A this year. So Mo Valley is that other team in that district, because there's a ball to Caden Snyder, who tonight has got on a couple of times. He singled and scored a run on the first. Then was the uncaught third strike that moved on, or dropped third strike, whatever you want to call it. He moved on a strike 3. Got thrown on the bases, though, and he chases one well outside for a swinging strike to bring it to a 1-1 count. I would say Treynor, if you had to guess, probably going to be the 3 seed in their district. They've got their seating meeting early next week. Here's a 1-1, and it's another swinging strike. Weir's getting Snyder to chase. And it's a 1-2. So 1-2 from Weir's to Snyder. Weir's trying to get out of this inning. Snyder lines one in the 4-6 hole, and it's going to be a 2-out base knock for Caden Snyder. Two-out hit keeps the inning alive for the Cardinals. And Jackson Schumacher, for the 3rd time tonight, will come up with a runner on. Schumacher singled and drove in a run in the first. He reached on a double back in the 3rd. See how they approach this? He's seen a different pitcher every time through. He saw Woolhooter the first time, McGee the second time. And now here's Weir's. That one got away. That was in, and Schumacher had a duck to avoid it. Snyder will safely get to second as Johnson tracks that one down. So it's a 1-0 count. So runner on second, 2 gone. 6-2 Treynor in the bottom of the 4th. So the 1-0 to Schumacher. He kind of went around. Did he completely go around? He did, and it is a 1-1 count. They say he went, and it levels the count at 1-1. Snyder with a little bit of a lead at second. He got thrown out on the bases earlier. Here's the 1-1. That is again in on Schumacher. Gets away from Johnson, but Snyder wouldn't have been a good pitch to run on, and that's why he doesn't run on it. And now it's a 2-1 count coming from Weir's to Schumacher. Weir's steps off the rubber, adjusts his cap, now step back on and get ready to launch the 2-1. So here's the 2-1 coming up from Weir's to Schumacher. It's up, and it's a ball, and it is a 3-1 count. And Schumacher, each of his at-bats tonight has worked himself ahead in the count and then found a way to make contact. See if it's the same situation here. Nope, he'll take the walk. That's inside. And a 2-out walk to Schumacher puts him at first, Snyder at second. Holden Minahan will come up, and Schumacher gets courtesy run for Andrew Keller. His courtesy runner tonight quickly goes to first. Minahan reached on a walk in the first. Got thrown out on the bases to end the inning. And then he was a sacrifice fly in the third that drove in a run. That one gets away from Weirs. It was high and tight. Bring it to a 1-0 count. Sun has gone down. It's a really nice night now for baseball. About an hour ago, it was kind of warm. Breeze picking up a little bit. 1-0, just getting a piece of that one is Minahan. And it's a 1-1 offering. Beautiful night for baseball. Beautiful ballpark here in Neola. A little more unique ones. That one plunks Minahan on the back. He will take a base. So the base is juice now for Treynor. Snyder to third. Keller, who's courtesy running for Schumacher, goes to second. And Minahan, after wearing that one, will now go to first. And Brady Wallace, who singled, scored a run in the third, struck out of the first. Up to the plate. Bases juiced for Treynor with 2 gone. Oh, and in the zone, and it's a strike. 0-1 the count. Good crowd on hand here tonight. 2 Western Iowa Conference schools, no strangers to success in multiple sports. The 0-1 gets away from Johnson, rolls to the backstop towards the Tri-Center dugout. Snyder will slide in safely. That was a good one to run off of. And Snyder scores 1 on the wild pitch. Keller to third. Minahan to second. And it's a 1-1 count. Now to Brady Wallace with 2 runners in scoring position. I would imagine on contact, they're going to go with 2 gone. Here's the 1-1, and that is a hit in the gap and left. It'll score 1. They will end up waving Minahan around. He stopped for a moment. The throw is there. So Treynor gets 1 on the RBI by Brady Wallace. So he's got 2 hits on. I give him an RBI single that scores Keller. Minahan was rounding third. He put the brakes on. Coach Wallace was signaling him, and that ended up being the downfall of that one. So it'll go in the books as a 7-2 put out to end the inning. But Treynor gets 1 more, and they lead 8-2 now as we go to the bottom of the 4th on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com.
Sports our children important life lessons, like how to work together as a team and the importance of a great coach. TS Prosperity Group, a division of TS Bank, understands the importance of a successful team, especially when it comes to your finances. Let TS Prosperity Group be the coach of your financial team to help guide you to success with the goal of sleeping better, knowing your prosperity is protected for the next generation. Contact tsprosperitygroup.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation today.
Welcome back to Neola on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Treynor tacks on 2 more runs in the top of the 4th. They now lead 8-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Jackson Schumacher on the bump for the Cardinals. We'll see how long he goes tonight. Treynor has undefeated Tri-Center on the ropes at the moment. And I would say right now, when you look at the Western Iowa Conference standings, this sounds probably crazy to think about, but maybe nobody appreciating the result of this game right now as it stands more than Underwood. I know it probably sounds crazy to think that Underwood people would root for Treynor, but it might be the case tonight as Underwood a game back on Tri-Center in the Wick. Here's Alex Corin, takes a ball for a 1-0 count. That one through the glove of Kaufman. It brings it to a 2-0 count, or 1-1 count. They call that a strike. Now they will say 2-0 count. Corin lines one that just gets past the outstretched glove of Yoakum at second, and it's a leadoff smack for Alex Corin. And now Kale Witt will come up. He's struck out back in the first. Tri-Center still working their way through the lineup for a second time. They're only halfway through the lineup for a second time. They get a leadoff runner on here in this inning. Witt takes the first one low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. 8-2 Treynor. Witt chases one for a strike, brings it to a 1-1 count. Yeah, the Wick so far, in terms of conference standings, Tri-Center's 11-0, Treynor's Underwood's 10-1, Ottoman 7-5. Mo Valley 6-3, Treynor 7-4, ICAM Manning 4-7. HSW 1-10, Loma 1-9, Riverside 2-10. That one is a strike that gets away from the catcher Kaufman, and Witt swung. It brings it to a 1-2 count. I couldn't tell if he made contact or not, but they say he didn't, and that allows Corin to move to second as it got away from Kaufman. So the 1-2 with nobody out. To Kale Witt, and outside part of the zone, nicely painted by Schumacher to put Witt away for the second time tonight via strikeout. And let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts according to my tally for Schumacher tonight. Yeah, I'm scattering just 2 hits as well, so I guess maybe it's not really scattering when it's only 2 hits, but been efficient tonight. Here's Isaac Wohlhuter up to the plate. Going low and away, it gets away from Kaufman and put Corin at third now. He's been able to move from first to third without Tri-Center when putting the ball in play. So it's a 1-0 from Schumacher now to Wohlhuter. And that one is taken for a ball. 2-0. Elsewhere in the Wick tonight, Riverside's at ICAM Manning, Underwood at HSTW, Mo Valley at Logan Magnolia. On the softball side of things, that Missouri Valley Loma matchup's a big one. Here's the 2-0. It's popped up, carrying foul out of play. Don't hit the vehicle. Don't hit the vehicle. I don't think it did. Nope, rolls near a tree. So 2-0. Now a 2-1 to Wohlhuter. With one gone here in the fourth. The 2-1 gets away from Kaufman, but they will hold the runner. And they're going to say Wohlhuter didn't go. The home plate umpire makes the confirmation with the base umpire. And the next one outside gets away again from Kaufman. They will send the runner, and sliding in safely for that one is Corin. So Tri-Center scratches a run back on the fastball / wild pitch, whatever you want to call it. Tri-Center is going to call it a run. And Wohlhuter gets on as well. And now Carter Kunze will come up. He flew out to left. Back in the first, pick play at first. Unsuccessful. Wohlhuter getting a nice lead at first. Getting one gone in this inning. That one is in there for a strike on Kunze. 1-1 the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike From Schumacher to Kunze, he takes a look over to Wolder at first, and he throws down the line to Schultz, who's playing first. But again, Wolder gets back in time. And it's an 0-1. Still coming up to Kunze. Kunze chases one for a swinging strike. 0-2 the count. Bottom of the fourth here in Neola. This game taking its time, going on an hour and a half. Not bad anywhere to be. And it's an 0-2. In there for a strike, and that is another K for Schumacher. There's two gone. And Lincoln Thomas, who was a strikeout victim earlier on tonight, will come up to the plate. Tri-Center trying to keep this inning going. Throw to first. That was close, and they got him. Wolder had a little bit too big of a lead. Schumacher with a heads-up play to throw to Schultz at first, and it's a 1-3 put-out to end the inning as Wolder goes down. So Tri-Center gets one run back, but that's all they can get. And we will head to the fifth. It is 8-3 Treynor on the KMA video stream online at KMAland.com.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim McGann with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
We head to the fifth here in Neola. It is 8-3 Treynor leading Tri-Center. Bottom of the fifth, A.J. Schultz up to the plate. It's the 7-8-9 for the Cardinals with Schultz, Bach, and Schrage coming up. Justice Weir still on the mound for Tri-Center. So 1-0 count now to Schultz. First pitch was a ball, and here's that 1-0 offering coming up outside part of the zone, brings it to a 1-1 count. Schultz had a 2 RBI single back in the first, then got on with a walk, scored a run in the third. So top of the fifth here tonight in Neola. The 1-1 coming up to Schultz. The 1-1. Weirs takes his time. Schultz pops one foul and out of play. 1-2 the count. This is our fourth broadcast of the year of the week on the KMA video stream. We had Red Oak Shan softball on Tuesday night. Adam had Glenwood Underwood softball on Wednesday night. As here's the 1-1. Swinging strike, or 1-2. It's an uncaught third strike. Seen a lot of those tonight. The throw is too tall. Over at first, and Schultz gets on with an uncaught third strike. So Schultz moves on. Here's Ryan Bach, who pushed one into center early and then reached on air as well tonight. Up to the plate. An 8-3 Treynor. Cardinals trying to add to their lead. Here's a pitch from Weirs on the way. Bach sits on that one inside, and it's a 1-0 count. So the 1-0. Coming in a moment from Weirs. He's taking a look over to first, but Schultz didn't have anyone. Now that one is hit on the in on Bach, and he bloops it into center. That one was kind of in on the hands of Bach, but he makes contact. That's his second hit of the night. Schultz at second, Bach at first. Charlie Schrage up to the plate, the 9-hitter for the Cardinals. 1 for 2. He singled, struck out so far tonight. So the 1-2, or the runners on first and second, I should say, for Schrage. With Schultz at second, Bach at first. Nobody out here in this inning. Treynor a chance to put some on. Here's a pick play, and it isn't there. Weirs tried to turn around, snap the shoulders real quick, and make the throw, but that hops into center. Luckily, I believe that's Turner still playing center for Tri-Center. Was Johnny on the spot on that one to keep it from going any further. The runners stay put. Still awaiting the first pitch of this at-bat to Schrage. Schrage shows bunt, pulls back. Johnson popped up like he was ready to make a throw, but then he bobbled it for a moment, bobbled the baseball. Runners stay again. Here's a 1-0 on the way in a moment from Weirs to Schrage. Treynor wanted to turn it back over the top here in this inning. Mason Yoakum awaiting on deck. Runners on first and second. The 1-0. Schrage again shows bunt, and it is tipped back for a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. So Treynor with Schultz at second. You got out with the uncaught drop third strike. Bach singled moments ago. So now we've got the 1-1. Weirs is taking his time on the mound. The 1-1 to Schrage. Swing and a miss. Schrage just off on that one a little bit. And it's a 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. One misses outside, and it is a 2-2 count now. Coming from Weirs to Schrage. Schultz at second, kind of fidgety right now, and the 2-strike offering fouled back near the football field. Softball field off to the left, way off to the left, behind the left field line. Here tonight, the football field back behind the Tri-Center dugout that runs along the third baseline. Here's the 2-2 coming up. Schultz playing some Jedi mind tricks with Weirs, moving and shaking all over the place, and then Weirs puts that one outside for a ball, and it's a 3-2 count coming up now. So I don't know if Schultz got to Weirs a little bit on that one or not, but if he did, if he was trying to, it worked. And now the throw as Schultz gets back safely. Weirs tried to make the throw over to Corin at second, that being Alex Corin. It was a good throw, but Schultz did a good job of sliding back. It's a 3-2 count, still to Schrage, the 9-hitter in the lineup for the Cardinals. Runners on first and second, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. The payoff pitch is inside part of the zone. They call it a strike. That's a big one. Schrage goes down. There's one gone, and when I mean that's a big one, a walk there would load the bases with the top of the order coming up. Now, Treynor could still plate some here, no doubt, but he'll take that out for sure if you're Weirs. And now Yoakum, who is 1 for 3 tonight with a double, will come up to the plate. He chases one outside part of the zone for a swinging strike one. Treynor put on 3 in the first. Tri-Center got 2 back in the first. Weirs takes a stare at Schultz, who's still at second. But now the 0-1 was in on Yoakum. So it was 3-2 Treynor after 1. It was 3-2 Treynor after 2. It was 6-2 Treynor after 3. Then Treynor got 2 in the fourth. Tri-Center got 1 to make it this 8-3 score that we're at right now. The 1-0 to Yoakum. Swinging strike misses, but the runners go, and it's a 1-2 count. Schultz to third, Bach to second. So anything in the outfield is probably going to score a run. Anything deep in the outfield is probably sacrifice territory for Schultz at third. He's chopping to the bit to go, and that one's low and away for a ball to Mason Yoakum to bring it to a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yoakum takes that one inside. 3-2 the count. Some of the Tri-Center faithful feeling like maybe that one was in the zone. But now we get a payoff pitch. If it's a ball, the bases will be loaded. If it's not, it'd be 2 outs for the Treynor offense. Weirs, long stare at Schultz. We'll wind up. The payoff pitch called strike 3. Big pitch by Weirs as Yoakum goes down on the backwards K. 2 gone in this inning. And Brady Kaufman up to the plate. Kaufman reached on air. He's grounded out. He's struck out tonight. So 2 gone. Schultz at third. Bach at second. Kaufman takes one on the inside part of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Now the count from Justice Weirs to Brady Kaufman. Kaufman, the catcher tonight for the Cardinals defense. So the 0-1, Kaufman swinging and miss, and it's an 0-2 count. So the 0-2 with 2 gone. Weirs trying to strand a couple of base runners. 1 pitch away from doing so. Takes a look over at Schultz at third. Into the windup, and that's in on Kaufman. Brings it to a 1-2 count. Both these teams played last night. Tri-Center got a 5-inning, 8-0 win over Riverside. Of course, last night there was severe weather across KMA land. A lot of games, well, not a lot, a handful of games ended up being shortened. As that is hit to short. Couple hops, can't be fielded cleanly, and it's bobbled, and he'll score a run. So Treynor gets another one. Cale Witt playing short now for the Trojans. So Kaufman gets on. Witt couldn't field it cleanly. Schultz ends up scoring to make it 9-3. Kaufman to first. Bach to third. Runners on the corners. It's the 3-hitter Caden Snyder up to the dish. Snyder's been Mr. On Base tonight for the Cardinals. Couple of singles. Got on a drop third strike. He gets on here, and the Cardinals could be in a very good spot. Pick play at first. Getting back safely, though, was Kaufman. Still waiting the first pitch from Weirs to Snyder. Snyder. His stance kind of has a bat on his shoulder now. That one is out inside for a ball. Snyder, as he gets ready, kind of rests the bat on his right shoulder, right-handed hitter, and then he has a nice leg kick. There's the 1-0 coming up here in a moment from Weirs to Snyder. Weirs steps off the rubber, reassesses the situation, now step back on. Weirs will look over at third. And we've got a bunny rabbit on the field. Meanwhile, the throw down the line at first isn't there. And the rabbit is into left field. He is back. Now he's moving over into right. And he is all the way back to the fence. The bunny rabbit, that is. And he's still on the field. Believe it or not, this is not the first time I've done a game where there's been a delay because of a rabbit. I did a district semifinal doubleheader last year in Underwood, very similar situation. A very brief delay as now we're back and ready to roll. Caden Snyder on the 1-0 pitch. And Snyder, a high hopper to short, Witt on a bounce, will throw it to first, and it's there to end the inning. So the rabbit doesn't bring any luck for Treynor there with 2 outs, and that's how the inning ends. But the Cardinals get 1 across. It is 9-3. We go to the bottom of the 5th here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com.
Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
For the very best in convenience, it's Cubby's. Stop in today for hot and fresh food, plus that local spirit that you'll always find at Cubby's. And when it comes to pizza at Cubby's, with every large pizza sold, Cubby's gives $1 to the local school district with the Raise Some Dough program. In fact, Cubby's contributed $29,855 in 2021 to local schools for educational and athletic purposes. Just another reason to stop, shop, and eat at Cubby's. For the Cubby's near you, go to Cubby's.com.
Welcome back to Neola on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Treynor keeping Jackson Schumacher out there. And he will face the 8-9-1 hitters for Tri-Center. That'll be Lincoln Thomas, Cale Corrin, and Jackson Johnson. If anybody gets on, they will be joined by Justice Weirs. I can tell you, in Western Iowa Conference baseball action tonight, Underwood was a 12-2 winner over HSTW in 5 innings. So the Eagles chasing Tri-Center in terms of the Western Iowa Conference standings right now maintain their 1-game deficit. Of course, Tri-Center did beat them a couple weeks ago here. His first pitch to Thomas is in the zone for a strike. Mentioned we had 4 games this week. We've got 4 more next week. I will have 1 game. Is that plunks Thomas? And Thomas will get a leadoff base runner on for the Trojans after he wears that one. So the hit by pitch puts Thomas on. Cale Corrin will come up with a base runner on, and Coach Scott Wallace comes out to the home plate umpire, has a quick word. Now we'll resume action. So we got 4 games next week. I've got Xyrie HK Woodbine softball on Monday night. That'll be a fun one of the Rolling Valley Conference. There's a pick play at first, doesn't go anywhere, and then that'll actually be my only game next week. Got a little family trip planned. Excited for that. And Derek will have Lewis Central Harlan Tuesday night in baseball action. So here's the first pitch coming from Cale Corrin. And that one is in off the glove of Kaufman. And moving safely to second is Lincoln Thomas. I believe that's a 1-0 count shown on the scoreboard. Schumacher takes a peek at Thomas. Now the 1-1-0 is a swinging strike to level the count at 1-1. So we've got Xyrie HK Woodbine Monday night in softball action. Derek's got Harlan Lewis Central on Tuesday in baseball. We'll have Shenandoah Riverside from Oakland on Thursday night. Nick Stavas will have that one. There's a swinging strike by Corrin to bring it to a 1-2 count. And then we'll close the week. Actually, 7 days from today, we'll have Treynor again on the KMA video stream as they host Missouri Valley next week. Adam Kiesel will have the call. Here's the 1-2. It's a swinging strike. Corrin goes down. So another strikeout for Schumacher. Puts one away in this inning. Back to the top of the order now for the Trojans with Jackson Johnson. That one is a ball. I've unofficially got Schumacher for 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, 2, 3, 5, 7 strikeouts. There's a swinging strike for strike 1 to Johnson. Brings it to a 1-1 count. Jackson Johnson got on with a walk back in the first inning. And then the third, he got ahead in the count 3-0. Looked like maybe he was going to draw another walk. Schumacher bowed back, got him to strike out. Schumacher puts that one outside for a ball there to bring it to a 2-1 count. So the 2-1. But first, we've got time. Now, Tom Johnson will step back into the box. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's a 2-2 count from Schumacher to Johnson. Schumacher trying to work his 8th strikeout of the night. Here's the 2-2 offering. Runner on second, by the way, Lincoln Thomas, who got on with the hit by pitch. And the 2-2 outside part of the zone, they ring him up. Johnson goes down looking. Another strikeout for Schumacher. That is 8 on the night. Meanwhile, softball action. Underwood rolled past AHSTW tonight, 19-5. That big softball matchup I was talking about between Logan Magnolia and Missouri Valley earlier. Loma was a 4-0 winner, so the Panthers still unbeaten. Here's Justice Weirs, 0 for 1 tonight. Reached on an error and flew out. Two out of this inning for Tri-Center offensively. That pitch gets away from Kaufman. Does a good job of recovering, but the throw goes into left. Thomas had slid. He stands up. He moves home. And a run crosses for Tri-Center to cut it to a 4-run deficit. So the pass ball sends Lincoln Thomas home. Nobody on now for Tri-Center with 2 gone, and Weirs at the plate. And Thomas, he scored that run without ever there being a ball in play to run off of. Weirs takes one up and in for a ball. 1-0 the count. So 1-0. Away 9-4 the score is there's a strike from Weirs to bring it to a 1-1 count. That one misses for a ball. Here's a 2-1 count coming up from Weirs. Or from Schumacher to Weirs, I should say. And the 2-1, Weirs lines it to third, not gloved cleanly by Snyder. Ruled out a knock for Justice Weirs. Snyder thought maybe he could make a play on it, a little frustrated with himself after that one, but Weirs gets on with 2 outs. And Michael Turner, who last week did everything for the Trojans, not having the most prolific night, got on a fielder's choice and then grounded out. And now Coach Kozel having a conversation with the base umpire. They're going to get the home plate umpire involved in it as well. And they're going to give Weirs second. I think Coach Kozel was trying to argue that there was interference that prevented Weirs from moving to second. They ultimately award him the base, and Coach Wallace comes out and wants an explanation on that. Nonetheless, so Weirs moves to second. Here's Michael Turner up with 2 gone, and he got away from Kaufman for a moment, but he kept it in front of him. No, it's a 1-0 count now to Turner. Weirs at second, base hit, probably driving a run here. Turner swung like he wanted to, and like he wanted to drive it a run, that is, and it's a strike to bring it to a 1-1 count. This game going on 2 hours long now. Here's the 1-1, and it's low for a ball. Fremont Mills beat Stanton in softball action tonight, 9-0. In case you're interested in that score, Sergeant Bluff lost to MOC Floyd Valley in softball action tonight. Mount Air beat Southwest Valley in softball. 11-1 the final on that one, by the way. Here's the 2-1. Low and outside to bring it to a 3-1 count. See if we can track down some more scores for you from throughout KMA land tonight. It's a 3-1 with 1 gone, or 2 gone, and Turner pops that up in the infield. Snyder trying to make the play on it, and he does, and that's how the inning ends. So Tri-Center gets 1 back. But that's all, and we will go to the 6th. 9-4 advantage Treynor on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com.
If you're looking for unlimited super fast internet you can always rely on, look no further than FMTC's fiber internet. With so much relying on your internet these days, you need a connection you can trust. You can work from home, video chat, stream your favorite TV shows, and more without worrying about the stability of your internet. You could have what everyone else wishes they had.
Your connection to the world, FMTC.
Welcome back to Neola here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Heading to the 6th here in Neola tonight. We've got another pitching change for the Trojans. They're going to put Lincoln Thomas out on the bump. So, 4th different pitcher the Trojans have had to use tonight. They started with Isaac Woolhooter. Then they went to Sean McGee. And then Justice Weirs came up. And now Lincoln Thomas getting some warm-up pitches. So we will let him do that. We'll be back here in a moment The KMA video stream online, KMA.com.
Coaching great John Wooden once said, "It's the little details that are vital. Little things make big things happen." Just as in the world of sports, this quote is vital to the work that we do at Hackett Livingston Funeral Home in Shenandoah. We take care of all the details so that you can focus on what is most important, caring for your family and healing. Hackett Livingston Funeral Home, serving all of Southwest Iowa since 1951.
Lead office be Jackson Schumacher.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Welcome back to Neola here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. Trevor Maeder with you here tonight. Lincoln Thomas, the new man on the mound for Tri-Center. So he is pitching. It looks like Sean McGee is now at first. There are very few Tri-Center position players right now that I would say are in the same spot they started the game in. Of course, Jackson Johnson at catcher, one of the few there. That one is in on Jackson Schumacher, the leadoff hitter for Treynor here in this inning, to bring it to a 1-0 count to him. Look at the numbers for Thomas here in just a moment as Schumacher found one along the third baseline out of play. So yeah, Thomas is pitching. McGee is at first. The 1-1 to Schumacher, up and in, and it's a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And Schumacher lines one to third off the glove and into left field for a base hit. Witt had a tough night, and then Schumacher gets gunned down on the throw. Schumacher trying to go extra bases. And the tag applied by Corin gets him. How about the throw from left? Schumacher had a single trying to turn into a double. And that did not happen, and Holden Minahan now up to the plate. So the old-fashioned 7-4 putout ends Schumacher's trip, and then Minahan gets hit on the first pitch. He'll run down the baseline to take first base. And up comes Brady Wallace with 1 gone and 1 on. Here at the top of the 6th for Treynor. Wallace has reached on a couple of hits, and he's also struck out and he scored a run as well. Again, Lincoln Thomas pitching for Tri-Center here now. And there's a ball to bring it to a 1-0 count. By the way, those numbers on Lincoln Thomas that I promised, I didn't mean to round there, but I did. About a 3.15 ERA. He started 6 2/3 innings so far this year. 6 strikeouts in those innings. The 1-0 coming up to Wallace. Not before we get a throw to first, but getting back safely is Minahan. Treynor working their way through the lineup for the 4th time tonight. And I'd have to go back and think some of these guys, possibility they've seen 4 different pitchers in doing so. That one breaks in on Wallace. Brings it to a 1-0 count. Or a 1-1 count, rather. So 1-1 from Thomas to Wallace on the way, and another one. 1-2. The count from Thomas to Wallace. That one just dropping well. It tries it again, but misses upstairs. So it's a 2-2 count. Two balls, two strikes, misses outside, gets away from the catcher Johnson. Minahan with a head of steam will move to second. So I'd say Minahan in scoring position now with one gone. And a full count on the way to Brady Wallace. Thomas takes a look at the runner on second. Now the payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Thomas works his first strikeout of the game. Wallace goes down. A.J. Schultz will come up to the plate. 2 away for Treynor in this inning. Schultz has gone on with a RBI, 2 RBI single, a walk, and then a drop third strike so far tonight. He's also scored twice. And Schultz, roller to short. The throw is there. McGee caught it off the bag, spun around, makes the tag. It goes in the books. A 6-3 put out to end the frame. So Treynor sticks a runner on the base pass. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 9-4 Treynor here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
When buying insurance, finding protection closer to home is always a great choice. Legacy Mutual Insurance in Clarinda is a local company and has served communities in Southwest Iowa since 1870. We have independent agents ready to help you with your farm, home, and auto coverage. Go to our website at legacymutualia.com for a complete listing of our agents. For over 150 years, your family's needs and success have been our priority. That's our legacy at Legacy Mutual Insurance.
So 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Tri-Center in this inning. Alex Corrin, first pitch, swinging strike to bring it to an 0-1 count. Cale Witt, Isaac Wohlhuter also due up in this inning for the Trojans. Anybody gets on, Carter Kunze will join. 9-4 advantage Treynor. Bottom of the 6th, Jackson Schumacher has gone the distance up to this point for Treynor tonight. And I think he's working a little faster than he has so far tonight. And he gets a quick strikeout of Corrin for the first out of the inning. And by my tally, Schumacher's 9th strikeout of the night. Cale Witt, who has been the recipient of 2 of those strikeouts, comes up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch low for a ball. So 1-0 count. Schumacher will go to work again. The 1-0. Witt popped into deep center. Back, and that one is at the wall. Treynor will play it off the wall, and Witt is in with a stand-up double. That one just carried. He puts that on the back fence, and he's got a stand-up 1-out knock for Tri-Center with Isaac Wohlhuter up. He is reached on a drop third strike, also grounded out tonight. That's on the outside part of the zone, called strike. Lamoni beat Mormon Trail tonight, 6-0. Red Oak, a 1-0 winner over Clear Lake in baseball action. Ankeny Christian, I talked to their head coach Craig Duker on upon further review today. They're still undefeated. They beat Moult Nudell tonight, 18-3. as that is a strike 2 taken by Woolhooter to bring it to a 0-2 count. Runner on second, one gone. Schumacher takes a look. Woolhooter fouls it back to keep the count at 0-2. FM was all over Stanton tonight, 13-1. Mo Valley beat Logan Magnolia 6-2 in the WIC. Here's the 0-2, swinging, foul. Just got a piece of that, did Woolhooter. So the 0-2 coming from Schumacher to Woolhooter. Misses outside, gets away from Kaufman, takes a hop to the backstop. Runner will move to third. Witt was ready to go, and he moves safely. Still a 1-2 count with one gone in this inning. Runner in scoring position for Woolhooter. The 1-2, he chased it outside, and he'll go down. Schumacher gets another K. God up, please. That makes it a 2-out offering coming up for Carter Kunze. With the runner on third, that one misses low for a ball. 1-0 now the count. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on third for Tri-Center, trying to drive in a run and cut this deficit down. Kunze takes on the outside part of his own for a strike. Schumacher, just kind of a quiet 10 strikeout night. One coming here to Kunze. And there's a big swing from him that doesn't connect on anything and brings it to a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. From Schumacher to Kunze, swing and a miss and another strikeout. Make that what I'm calling 11 here tonight for Schumacher. And we go to the 7th. Treynor will try to add some insurance runs, up 9-4. The KMA video stream online at KMAland.com.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Find your place at Northwest Missouri State University. From day one, experience a university like no other. In the classroom, you'll find career-ready academic programs and hands-on learning, not to mention championship sports teams and clubs. Find your passion and your people. Plus, textbooks and a fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition, with $19 million in scholarships and aid available. They also have a 97% placement rate. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Treynor will try to add some insurance runs here in the 7th, and they will do so with Ryan Bach, Charlie Schrage, and Mason Yoakum up to the plate. The 8-9-1 hitters in the lineup for the Cardinals. 9-4, they've got Tri-Center on the ropes. trying to hand the Trojans their first loss of the year. And right now, they're in control of this one. They've led all night. Had a strong first inning to kind of set the tone. That one gets away from Lincoln Thomas, who's the fourth different pitcher used tonight by Tri-Center. Treynor put on 3 in the first. Tri-Center countered, had 2 in the first to cut it to 3-2. And then 3 for Treynor in the third, made it 6-2. But there's a walk assessed to Ryan Bach. So a walk for Bach puts him on to start the inning. And now Charlie Schrage up to the plate here in the 7th inning for the Cardinals. And the Tri-Center infield will converse. So it was 6-2 Cardinals after 2.5, 6-2 Cardinals after 3, I should add. They added 2 more in the fourth to make it 8-2. Tri-Center got 1 back in the fourth, cut it to 8-3. Treynor responded 1 more in the fifth to make it 9-3. What does Tri-Center do? They respond with 1 more to make it 9-4 in the fifth. And that's where we stand right now. We've got another pitching change for Tri-Center. We will take a break while they sort that out. Again, top of the 7th, 9-4 Treynor here on the KMA video stream.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned, and they offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes to having a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacist to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy in Oakland. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Marlo Coonsey, the 5th pitcher to take the bump tonight for Tri-Center as we are into the 7th. And right away, a swinging hit for Charlie Schrage. Hits it in the 3-4 spot to move the runner. So Schrage with a single, his 2nd of the night. Schultz moves to second, or Bachreier moves to second. Schrage at first, still nobody out. Cardinals trying to tack on another insurance run or 2, or however many they can get. Again, Treynor 7-7 on the year, but you always feel like Treynor teams are a much better product late in the year than they were at the start of the year. And of course, I think every team wants to be that. That's not like foreign by any means. And you want to grow. It just seems like Treynor tends to do it. As here's a first strike swing from Mason Yoakum. Again, I go back to 2020. Treynor was the 5 seed in their district. Tri-Center was the one Shenandoah had put together a nice run. They earned the 2 seed. Clarinda was the 3. HSTW had beat Treynor earlier in the year. As there's a bunt laid down by Yoakum along the first baseline. Johnson will pick up. The throw is there. So 1 gone as they get Yoakum out on the 1-3 put out. But put Bach at third, Schrage at second. And that was a Treynor team that, like I said, they'd split with HSTW earlier in the season, rolled past them in the first round, played Tri-Center in the semifinals here, won that game, then played Clarinda in a district final in Clarinda. They beat Clarinda, then beat Kemper, as that one is up for a ball in a sub-state final that was also here, I believe. I know Ryan Matheny did that game. I'm pretty sure it was back here. And they got great pitching in that run from Drew Peterson, who was phenomenal. Again, if you've got pitching, the places you can go is far in the postseason. As there's a swinging strike taken to Brady Kaufman to bring it to a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. Taken low for a ball. Treynor, I was talking to Coach Wallace today. They've got their seating meeting Monday morning with their district. And when you look at that district, Clarinda and Underwood both have head-to-head wins over Treynor. And Treynor beat Missouri Valley, who beat Red Oak. As there's a pop-up. Looks like it's going to stay in the field of play. Just a matter of the Tri-Center defense communicating, and McGee grabs it at first, and there's 2 gone in this inning. McGee and Thomas both tracked it down. And then eventually it was McGee fielding it. Now here's Caden Snyder. He is had a couple of singles. He got on with a drop third strike. He's grounded out. He's now up for his 5th at-bat of the night. And he's doing so with runners on second, third. That's Bach at third, Schrage at second. So 1-0 count now to Snyder. That one misses outside, bring it to a 2-0 offering. So 2 balls, no strikes. So the 2-0, that was in, and that one's a ball to bring it to 3-0. So 3-0 from Coonsey to Snyder, with runners on second and third for Treynor, and Snyder takes one to load the bases. Good eye by him. He sits on that one. Was upstairs and outside. Bases juiced for Treynor with Bach at third, Schrage at second, Snyder at first. And Jackson Schumacher, who's had a big night pitching, got a couple hits offensively, has a chance to drive some in. Schumacher takes one outside for a ball. Not the guy you want to put up to the plate with the bases loaded, but, you've got nowhere to put him, so you have to pitch to him. One 1-0 count. Misses outside to make it a 2-0 count. So Treynor, taking a look ahead, the Cardinals will be back at it on Monday night. They'll take on Riverside. They got a busy week next week. That one's outside part of the zone, called strike. They've got Riverside on Monday, ICAM Manning on Tuesday, Underwood Thursday, Mo Valley Friday, as we mentioned on the KMA video stream. Then they've got Thomas Jefferson next Saturday, as that one is up, and it's a 3-1 count. As for Tri-Center, as here's the 3-1 on the way. And a swing and a miss. Schumacher fills the count up at 3-2. As for Tri-Center, they're back at it Monday. Big one against Underwood. I touched on Underwood chasing Tri-Center in the WIC standings. 1 game back. This result tonight, if it stays put, would make Monday's game loom large. That one is outside. It'll lock in a run. Schumacher sits on it. It just misses the zone. Bach will score. Schrage takes third. Snyder to second. Schumacher on. And Holden Minahan up to the plate. So another run crosses for the Cardinals to bring it to 10-4. Derek Martin loves when you say 10-4. So now up to the plate comes Minahan, who's had a sacrifice tonight. He swings at the first one for a strike. He was hit by a pitch. He's been hit by a couple of pitches tonight. He's also drawn a walk. So how about a walk, a sacrifice RBI for him, and 2 hit by pitches? Takes the 0-1 up and in to bring it to a 1-1 count. Minahan only a sophomore. Now we've got another infield meeting. Coach Koschel will come meet with his defense. Again, 10-4 Treynor leading Tri-Center. This game stretching on 2.5 hours here tonight at Neola. The Cardinals inching closer to handing Tri-Center their first loss of the year. Offensively tonight, Treynor, you look at their lineup, you just go through it. Yoakum has a hit. Goffman doesn't have a hit, but he scored a run. Snyder has ended up scoring a couple of times. He's got a couple of hits. Schumacher has scored. Well, Schumacher's got on base to set up 3 runs. He's been a courtesy run for those, but he's got a couple of hits to his name. Minahan has driven in a run. Wallace has a couple of singles. Schultz had a 2 RBI knock and has scored a couple of runs. Bach has had a couple of hits. Schrage's muscled a couple as well, as there's a pop-up along the third baseline carrying foul, and it'll get out of play. And actually, I think it hit the line along the foul line. So up and down the lineup, guys are finding a way to contribute to this Treynor lineup, whether that be getting on base via hits, via walks, moving runners, all very important elements of this game of baseball. Pick play at second, not there. Snyder retreats back. So Snyder is at second. Schrage is at third. Also Schumacher. While Schumacher's courtesy runner, Andrew Keller, is at first. Still 2 gone, 1-2 count. Told Minahan, long at-bat here. Minahan ropes one to left, carrying foul, just foul. He just about had himself a dinger, but it carries foul near the left field pole. I mentioned earlier, Tri-Center, a unique setup. You've got the equipment shed that doubles as the left field foul pole. That's, I think, one of the most unique things in KMA baseball. There's a drop third strike, but it doesn't matter because the bases were loaded. And that is how the inning ends. So Treynor can't add any. They had 1 insurance run, rather, to the docket. And we will now go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 10-4 Cardinals on the KMA video stream. 9-1-2 due up for Tri-Center. They're trying to keep the undefeated season going here in Neola.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
Bottom of the order, we'll start things off for Tri-Center here in the bottom of the seventh. They're going to go with their 8-9-1. It is supposed to be Lincoln Thomas, Cale Corrin, and Jackson Johnson, although it looks like there's going to be some lineup changes offensively for Tri-Center. But Thomas will be up. Thomas lays down a bunt. It's popped up, and it just goes foul. Three defenders trying to track it down for Treynor. Snyder came over from third. Kaufman from behind the plate. Schumacher from the mound. And I just saw something I don't know that we would have seen pre-COVID. Brady Kaufman, he had to shed the mask on the bunt pop-up. And the home plate umpire, when he gave him his mask back, there's a ball given to Thomas to make it a 1-1 count. When he gave him his mask back, he used the bat to pick up the mask. He never actually touched the mask, because there's a strike, which I guess doesn't really make a ton of sense because somebody would have had to touch the bat. But I digress. Here's the 1-2 count. Coming from Schumacher to Thomas, misses outside for a ball. Here's the 2-2. Jackson Schumacher's cost a doozy so far tonight, trying to go the distance. And Thomas connects on one to left, but it's fielded cleanly by Bach, who was able to get under it. And there's one gone. Bach had a nice play along the foul line. And Revin Bruck will be the designated hitter, the pinch hitter, coming up for Tri-Center in this inning. And the Treynor infield meeting, and Jackson Schumacher, what a game for him tonight. His night coming to a close on the bump. I imagine he's got to be near or over his pitch count, so he will be done on the mound. It looks like maybe they'll clear the rubber off, and we'll get a warm-up pitcher coming out for Treynor. And Brady Kaufman, who saw some time last year as a starter in the lineup for the Cardinals, looks like going to be the man in for relief, and we will let him warm up. 10-4, Treynor leading Tri-Center here in the bottom of the seventh, the KMA video stream.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
For the very best in convenience, it's Cubby's. Stop in today for hot and fresh food, plus that local spirit that you'll always find at Cubby's. And when it comes to pizza at Cubby's, with every large pizza sold, Cubby's gives $1 to the local school district with the Raise Some Dough program. In fact, Cubby's contributed $29,855 in 2021 to local schools for educational and athletic purposes. Just another reason to stop, shop, and eat at Cubby's. For the Cubby's near you, go to Cubby's.com.
Welcome back to Neola here on the KMA video stream online, KMAland.com. 10-4 Treynor leading Tri-Center in the bottom of the seventh. Brady Kaufman on to pitch for the Cardinals. And Kaufman, he started the night catching. And, you think maybe some teams, definitely the 1A, 2A level, would, you've got to have your catcher pitching. That puts you in maybe a dilemma. That's the case for Treynor. Kaufman, really primarily their number 2 catcher, Jackson Schumacher, their typical number 1 when he's not throwing, and when he is throwing, Kaufman's the guy behind the dish. But now they will trade places. Kaufman's got a 1.8 ERA so far this year with 12 strikeouts, a 1-0 record. He's tossed 11 and 2/3 innings, and batters hitting 157 against him so far this year. Again, 10-7, 10-4. Treynor is leading going into the bottom of the 7th. We've got 1 gone in this inning as Kaufman continues to warm up. The Cardinals trying to move above 500. 7-7 on the year. Coming into tonight, again, they've had some ups, they've had some downs. Talked to Coach Scott Wallace before the game, and he said, our pitching has been good. It's just been a matter of getting the offense going. And he elaborated a little bit more on that as far as, the offense had made contact. They just weren't getting on base. They've got on base tonight. Maybe the only thing you would take away from tonight as a negative for Treynor would be that they left some base runners out there as well. But still, if you can do that and scrape together a 6-run win over an undefeated team, that's a good night. So here's Cale Corin. Check that. It'll still be Reverend Bruck, first batter, faced by Kaufman, and Bruck fouls that one away, makes it an 0-1 count. Treynor started the year 3-0 with wins over Loma, Ottawa, HSTW. That one misses up. Then they got into the tough part of their schedule. Des Moines Christian, who's a really good 2A team. Tri-Center back here a couple of weeks ago, or actually in Treynor a couple of weeks ago. A state-ranked Clarinda team that they'll get another shot at possibly. Here's the 1-1. And Bruck makes contact, but foul along the right field line. They had a loss to ICAM Manning, a loss to Underwood, a loss to the defending 1A state champion St. Albert, a loss to a sneaky good Audubon team the other night. Just haven't found the consistency they've been looking for, but tonight probably a good start in that direction. So 1-1, that was in on the bat, popped up out of play. I believe over the press box, and it's a 1-2 count coming up for Revan Bruck. We're into the 10 o'clock hour now here in Neola. Getting past my bedtime. 1-2 the count from Kaufman to Bruck on the way here in just a moment. And the 1-2, it was in, but it gets him to swing, and there's 2 gone. That was in on the elbows, but Bruck took the bait, and there's 2 away in this game. Down to its final out, back to the top of the order, Jackson Johnson. Got on with a walk earlier, and then has struck out twice tonight. 1 looking, 1 swinging. So 2 gone. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. You never know when your season is going to take a turn, and change for the better. And this is always a win that could do that for Treynors. That one just misses inside. Treynor for a long time were led by KMA Sports Hall of Fame coach Bob Mantell. Took him to a handful of state tournaments. Here's the 1-1 to Johnson. That was in, and he shucks away from that one, and it's a 2-1 count. So the 2-1 coming to Johnson. It gets up and away from the catcher Kaufman, or Schumacher rather, from Kaufman. And the count is at 3-1 to Jackson Johnson. And that one gets away, so Johnson, a multi-sport athlete for the Trojans, will move on the walk. And now we'll get time called. Looks like we'll have a runner for Johnson. Tristan Gunderson, who ran for him earlier on tonight. Will courtesy run for Johnson and Justice Weirs, trying to keep this game moving for the Trojans. Down to their final out. Weirs chases one, and it's a strike. He got a piece of it because the runner didn't go. If he hadn't got a piece of it, the runner would have went, but it's a foul ball, brings it to an 0-1 count. So it's an 0-1 count to Weirs. That one is just missing. Schumacher tried to frame it, but couldn't quite do it, and it's a 1-1 count. Weirs fouls one right back to the right. I mean, that went just past us here in the press box. And this game maybe down to its final strike, a 1-2 count. So the 1-2 from Kaufman to Weirs gets away from the catcher Schumacher. Runner will move. So Gunderson will move to second. Still, though, a 2-strike offering coming to Weirs. It's a 2-2 count. And the 2-2 on the way. Just missed. He didn't miss by much, but they say he missed, and the count is full. And it's a payoff pitch coming from Brady Kaufman to Justice Weirs, as Weirs will try to keep this game moving. The 3-2 is in, and Weirs fouls it back out of play. So Weirs keeps this game alive for at least one more pitch. Tristan Gunderson standing on second. Here's the 3-2 on the way. That one is hard hit foul along third baseline. That had some zing on it, but it goes foul. Weirs battles off another one. And here we go. The 3-2 misses outside. Weirs will take a base. This game not over yet, and Michael Turner will come up to try to keep the rally alive for Tri-Center. Coach Wallace will come out and have a meeting with his infield. Again, Brady Kaufman pitching, Jackson Schumacher now catching. They've got AJ Schultz at first, Mason Yoakum at second, Charlie Schrage at short, Caden Snyder at third, Ryan Bach in left, Peyton Chapman in center, Brady Wallace in right. And Michael Turner trying to keep this game moving along. The Trojans would need a 2-out rally of epic proportions. First pitch to Turner gets away. And it's a ball to bring it to a 1-0 count. So the 1-0 from Kaufman to Turner with runners on first and second. Gunderson at second, Weirs at first. Chasing that one was Turner. It was in, and he swings for a strike to bring it to a 1-1 count. So the 1-1 with 2 away, 10-4 Treynor lead, bottom of the seventh. And the 1-1, well outside, gets away from the catcher, Schumacher. Put Gunderson at third, Weirs at second. And it's a 2-1 count. I did a game last year between Treynor and HSTW. Treynor got up, I want to say it was 9-0. And then HSTW battled back, ended up making it a 9-7 game. Baseball's a crazy sport. That one is fouled back and out of play. Turner battling. Turner added a new shirt to his collection tonight, collecting Jim Hughes Real Estate KMA Land Athlete of the Week honors and the cool t-shirt that comes with it. Here's the 2-2. From Kaufman to Turner, this game could be down to its final pitch. The 2-2, swing and a miss. And this one will go in the books as a 10-4 Treynor winner. Jackson Schumacher tossed a doozy. Treynor's offense did enough. They rattled Tri-Center's usually stellar pitching rotation. And the Cardinals are above 500, 8-7 on the year. Tri-Center now 14-1 on the season. They're 11-1 in the WIC, and that makes the upcoming matchup with Underwood all the more important. Coming up on Monday night. Treynor, meanwhile, will turn around. They get their old friend Riverside on Monday night as well. I'll have a full rundown from tonight's game available online. Probably more like wee hours of the morning instead of later tonight, but wee hours of the morning, KMAland.com. Be looking forward to that. For KMA Sports, thanks so long from Neola, where Treynor was a 10-4 victory over Tri-Center. I'm Trevor Maeder. Thanks for listening. Have a great night and have a great weekend.